Well, hi folks, I'm going to go making a spaghetti jar today. So, the thing is I've got to make it tall enough, so that's the basic spaghetti size I'm talking about. It's about just over 10 inches. So I'm going to have to make it a lot bigger than that because our clay shrinks about, I would say 20% tops. So that's the length I need it to be. I've added an extra 22% on, which gets me up to there. So you can see I'm going to have to make it that much bigger and to account for the shrinkage. So we're just going to, like a straight sided pot, hopefully there's enough clay here to make it tall enough, and I'll measure it with my stick to make sure it's going to be tall enough. So it's just going to be a cylindrical thing, nothing fancy this. And a dead simple lid, just something to store your spaghetti in. Quite amazing how much it does shrink from throwing to when it's being fired, and it does shrink even more the softer the clay because there's more water in softer clay, and this clay is quite soft, so I've given it a bit more. I've given it about an extra 22%, so as long as we're over that mark we should be okay. Get a bit of the thick stuff up and then we'll do a knuckle lift. Need to keep it quite thick at the top because I'm going to put a gallery in the top to hold the lid. So I'll keep the top quite thick to give me enough to play with. I'll just narrow it in as we go. Just have a little check now just to see. Can't find my mark. Where's my mark gone? There's my mark where my thumb is. So I need another 3 or 4 inches. So I'll do a little knuckle lift, try and get a bit of the thick stuff up, get a bit of height to it. Still keep that thick bit at the top. Slow it down a touch. Check if I can find me little mark. It's covered in clay. There it is. Oops. So we're still a couple of inches off. Oh dear. What I'll do first, I'll put the little gallery in, and then we'll try and pinch the last inch or so of height I need. I'm just going to push in with this finger. You can't see actually because it's higher than the camera, but I'm just going to push in. That's made a little ledge there for the lid to sit in, and now we'll try and just find another inch or so of height from the last bit of clay. I knew I should have used a bit of a bigger piece of clay, but there you go. I'll try and lift it up from here. Get a bit more height. So hopefully we should see that's the mark there where my thumb is. Is there enough? It's hit and miss. Anyway, like I said, I gave it more than I needed. It shower shrinks about 17% or so. I've given it about 22%. So hopefully this should be enough. So I'll just just make a little lid. Just a dead simple flat lid just to sit on the top. So the moral of this story is use more clay than you need. Right, I'll just make a little lid, simple lid. Just to make a dead simple flat lid now. And with all my lids, as you know, it's just a matter of pushing in just from outside the centre and up pops your little knob like so. And then you can make any sort of shape you want on the top. You push down again from the outside, the middle you can put a little point on like so. I think I'll do that with this one. I'll make a little pointed knob on the top. And just lift the stalk up. Made it bigger than it needs to be. I can trim this down to fit tomorrow, so hopefully that should fit when I trim it down. It's a little knob like that with a little pointed lid on, so I'll do it tomorrow when it's dried up a bit, and then we'll put it together, see what it looks like. Right folks, I'm just going to finish this little spaghetti jar off, put it together, see if the lid fits, show you what it looks like when we're finished. I'm not going to do much with this. I'm going to just do a little bit of, try and do a bit of chattering again on the edge of it. Just give it a little bit of texture. Just put a few details in the bottom just to finish it off. I think that's about it really. See what that looks like. Probably can't see from there, but there is some nice little chattering. I'll show you it at the end. Right, I've just measured the top for my lid, so I'll just cut the lid off, cut the lid down to size, and then see if it fits together. Put a little mark on there. Be a guide to how small to make the lid. Just check it again. A bit more. Tiny bit more. Bear with me. About the right side. I'm going to really undercut it because the top of the other pot's got a bit of a sloping edge to it, so this should help it fit in a bit better. Just smooth it off. And we'll just cut it off. That's the little lid done. Yeah, it fits. Plonk it on, I'll show you what it's like finished. Right, so I'll just try and give you a bit of a close-up of it. I'll show you some of the chattering. That's what the chattering looks like. You probably can't get a good shot of it, but that's what the pot looks like at the end anyway. Just a little spaghetti jar with a pointy lid. That's it folks, finished.